The woman at the hotel front desk hesitated when she saw my room number. And after what happened that night, I understand why. This story was sent to me by someone I know who asked me to conceal their name. They hoped recounting this event would bring some sort of closure. I hope so too. After reading it, I understand why. I'm writing this because I can't sleep anymore, not without the lights on. I travel frequently for work, and in late October I was sent to Boston for a 3-day conference. My company booked me into a historic downtown hotel close to where the conference was located. One of those places that proudly advertises it's been around since the 1800s. As it stood, it definitely looked like it was from the colonial times, as most old buildings in Boston looked like. I arrived from the airport after check-in time around 9 p.m. When I checked in, the woman at the front desk paused when she saw my room number. 4th floor, room 417, she said in a blank, almost nervous tone. She didn't say much afterward, just slid the key across the counter and wished me a good night in a voice that didn't quite sound convincing. The room looked normal, clean, which was all I really cared about, old, but well kept. Heavy curtains, antique furniture. There was a tall mirror bolted directly across from the bed, which I thought was strange, but I was too tired to question it. After settling down for the night, I went to sleep just after midnight. I woke up suddenly at 3:17 a.m. I know the exact time because the red numbers on the clock were glowing in the dark. At first, I thought I'd woken up from a nightmare or noise from the street below, until I realized I couldn't move. That's when I saw her. A woman was standing at the foot of my bed. She was wearing a long white gown, old-fashioned, like something from the 1800s. The fabric looked thin and worn, almost translucent in the moonlight. Her dark hair was pulled unkempt and down to her shoulders, and her skin looked unnaturally pale. She wasn't floating. She wasn't transparent. She looked real. I tried to scream, but nothing came out. My chest felt heavy, like someone was pressing down on it. Then I noticed something that made my stomach turn. She was breathing, slow, deliberate. I could hear it through the room's eerie silence. Her eyes were locked on mine, wide and unblinking. Not angry, not sad, patient. Then her mouth moved. She didn't speak out loud, but I heard her voice clearly, like it came from inside my head. "You're in my room." Her head tilted slightly as if she was trying to recognize me. I forced myself to move. My fingers twitched, my leg jerked. The pressure vanished, and I sucked in a breath. I pulled the covers over my head, and when I finally removed the cover, she was gone. No sound, no footsteps, nothing. The mirror across from the bed reflected only me, shaking uncontrollably. I didn't sleep again. I stayed up all night and had to call out sick for the first day of the conference. The next morning, once the sun was out, I went straight to the front desk and asked if anyone else had complained about room 417. The new morning clerk didn't ask me to explain. She just said, "Did she stand at the foot of your bed?" I felt sick. I knew I wasn't dreaming at that point. I knew everything that had happened was real. She told me the hotel used to be a boarding house in the 1800s, and a merchant's wife had died in that room while waiting for her husband to return from sea. Guests had been reporting sightings of a woman in white for decades. They say she still thinks it's her room. Needless to say, I called my boss and changed hotels that same day. I'm writing this now because something followed me home. When I unpacked my bag that night, I found something I know I didn't pack. Folded neatly on top of my clothes was a thin strip of white fabric, old, yellowed. I threw it away, but I still see this woman in my dreams every other night for about 3 weeks after coming home. I've started therapy and other meditation techniques, as it could have been from work-related stress. Whatever I saw that night, I hope it finds rest. I'll update you if I see her in my dreams again.